Hey guys, it's Brian. Before you go ahead and do anything else, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and turn on those notifications if you want to see more content like this in the future. Anyways, on to the video. Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. And so today we have another match between my Invoked Dogmatika Shaddoll deck versus Dragon Link. And before we get into the match, if this video gets 10 likes before 7 o'clock Eastern time today, I'll go ahead and make a double upload, so make sure you smash that like button and make sure to sub. It really does help out the channel a lot. So I've been testing around, as you've all been aware that have been paying attention to my videos. I've been really recently going ahead and changing the deck a bit to make it more competitive and more viable, especially with a lot of mirror matches coming up now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going first in this match, and my opening hand is Alistair, Punishment, Ash, Rise by Dragon, and Nadir. And my opponent opens up double Ash, Gamma, Boot Sector, and War Legacy Guard Dragon. So here I open up with Alistair. I go ahead and after he changed Gamma, I decide to Ash so I can have my Mechaba on board. And so after fusing into Mechaba, I go ahead and activate Invocation, get back the Alistair, and activate Nadir Servant, but he immediately ashes that. I hold off on activating Mechaba because I already know he has the Gamma, so I'd rather just go ahead and lose the Nadir instead of losing both the Nadir and the Mechaba. So he draws the White Dragon, so unfortunately for him, he doesn't have really a lot going on for him. So I draw into Meltdown, I activate Meltdown, and I just go ahead and add the Alistair and attack again. Part of me wanted to go ahead and main phase 2, just go ahead and normal summon the Alistair to go ahead and simply just force out the Gamma. But then I realized that I would rather go ahead and keep the second Alistair to go ahead and discard one later on, or just have both of them in damage, just to go ahead and have some options of going ahead and continuing my plays. But that may have been a little bit too conservative, and you'll see why. So he goes into Brotar, doesn't use the effect, goes into Striker, does not use the effect, activates activates some Guard Dragon, or Legacy Guard Dragon, brings back the Brotar. On resolution, because he does not use the effect, I go ahead and get rid of the Brotar again, and try to go ahead and use the Apkalone since he can no longer use Gamma, but he does use the Ash here, and I was debating on simply using the Mechaba, but I decided to hold off against it. It probably wouldn't have mattered either way, but I probably could have sent the Aerial to avoid that. So here, he goes into Romulus. After searching in with the Romulus and the White Dragon, he gets Ravine and Black Dragon, so from there he goes into Pisty. And here, I was debating on waiting for Elpy or just letting him get back the Brotar, but at this point I was like, I just need to go ahead and get something out of the way and I can avoid having the recursion. But at this point it was just too much, and he just continues the combo for a game by going into Tracer, going to Boot, and with Boot pops the with the Tracer pops the War Legacy Guard Dragon, gets the Recharger into LP, Tracer into Striker, goes ahead and brings out the Dragon Maid, searching Tidying, pops the LP with Striker, gets the Recharger back to hand, gets the Tracer back on field, synchros away into Chaos Ruler, and he adds an Nibiru, goes into Borosword, and from here it's just game. So game 2, I again go first. So I open up Lancia, Triple Tactics, Red Eyes Black Dragon again, Meltdown and Alistair, and my opponent has Lightning Storm, Quick Launch, Ash, Boot Sector, and Rocket Synchron. So all in all, I have a pretty decent hand in case my opponent does use a hand trap. And my opponent has a lot to try and break the board, but as we see, yeah, I'm not really going to be using much, and anything I use is chainable in my back row, so not really good back row move at this point. So I go ahead and start into Meltdown, activate Alistair, he ashes it, I immediately just go into Triple Tactics to draw 2, draw into Nadir and into another Lancia, go to Artemis, use Nadir to go ahead and get Apcalone. So after searching with the Ecclesia, use Apcalone's effect to get the Schism. Pitch one of the Lancias since I already have another one in hand. Use the Ecclesia to go ahead and search the Fleur-de-Lis after getting the special summon. And set the Schism. So he does have a Chaos Space here. So he starts off by activating the Lightning Storm. I go ahead and chain Schism, and from there he just scoops. So heading into game 3, I'm going second this time. And I draw into the best 2 cards to go ahead and use against Dragon Link, which is Phantasme and Dark Ruler No More. And so he starts out with Chaos Space because he does have 2, unfortunately, but at this point he does need something to get his play started. So if I had the Ash, he probably would have just gone to Triple Tactics, and he would have to depend on his 2 draws. So he sends the Wave Burster, gets Collapse Serpent, special summons it, then with Chaos Space just puts it back on the bottom and draws a card. Draws a Recharger, links into a Striker Dragon, using the White Dragon and the Black Dragon to search the White Dragon at the end after chain blocking the Boot Sector launch. He goes ahead and uses the White Dragon now to go ahead and link off with the Striker into Romulus. Goes ahead and searches Ravine. And with Ravine he dumps the Gamma and gets the Absolouter into the grave. And with the Absolouter, he's going to go ahead and search the Tracer. Normal summons Tracer, pops the Ravine, gets Synchron on field, makes LP, then makes Striker. I go ahead and use Phantasme. So here I draw 4 cards, and then I get to put back 3. So before we get into any further, I want to make sure you notice I drew Lancia, Aerial, Schism, and Hedgehog. So in this case, I decide to go ahead and I decided to put back all the Shaddoll monsters, which probably may have been a mistake. I should have kept at least 1. Because I do have Schism. and that would have allowed me to go ahead and just Dark Ruler and then make Dragoon, and then have a window as a follow-up. So I go ahead and after he uses Brotar to search Levineer, I chain Lancia right away on resolution. He goes ahead and uses Triple Tactics to go ahead and look at my hand, putting Shaddoll Fusion back. So it's leaving me with Triple Tactics, Dark Ruler, and Schism. So he goes ahead and now goes back into Tracer. With Isti, he's going to go ahead and bring back the Recharger. Now he's going for the... He goes into Quad Boral using with the Rocket Synchron, and he's going to go ahead and get everything into the Chaos Ruler. Excavates 5, gets the Chamber, and he has the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. So I draw into the Nadir after he leaves the Red Dragon Archfiend, and he knew I had Dark Ruler no more. So first things first, I'm just going to go ahead and activate that. I use Nadir, and I go ahead and pitch App Clone. Immediately after that, going for Ecclesia. And with App Clone, I decided to go ahead and send Beats to try and draw a card to see if it helps. And I draw into the Alistair, which was actually very important and was very fortunate to see it. Since I am under Nadir, I can't make anything from extra this turn. But what I do is, I go ahead and get the Ecclesia, search for the Fleur-de-Lis, and I just attack into both links. So he goes ahead and uses his Brotar's effect and decides to go ahead and get rid of the boot sector to go ahead and get Tracer back to hand from his deck. I set the Schism and pass turn. And so he decides to go into main phase, uses Chaos Ruler. I go ahead, Chaos Base, and he tries to go ahead and chain in Hot Red. I go ahead and immediately Fleur-de-Lis it so I can still resolve it. And so from here, he goes ahead into Chaos Ruler and is going to try and get rid of the window, but fortunately for me, I was able to have the Alistair and I was able to just have enough attack to get over it. And from there he scoops. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the replay. And again, if you want to see a double upload today, make sure you guys go ahead and smash the like button. Make sure we get to that like goal. And hope to see you guys again in the next video. See ya.